Hello, wealthy family, and welcome to today's Mindset Monday. Thank you for coming and sharing some time with me. If I am talking very fast, it is because it is very cold. It rained last night and it brought forth a cold front here in Florida, and woo, baby, yes. But I'm not complaining because I know in some places you all have feet of snow. And for those of you experiencing that, just know that I am sending you all the warm vibrations and thoughts. Okay, wealthy family. So today's Mindset Monday, I want to expand a little bit more on what I mean when I say stay alert, stay aware, and live in love. That's a mental process. It takes mental discipline to stay in that heightened awareness at all times, okay? So, first, when I say stay alert and stay aware, that's in direct connection with how you operate day to day. Unless you live in a hole somewhere, which you don't if you're watching this video on the platform that I'm posting it on, you're very much still connected with society, okay? So you're not living in a hole somewhere, which means that you're affected and you're governed by the things that's going on around you. Now, if you are not aware, if you choose to live in a golden bubble of light and bliss, and you choose to be ignorant of the things that happen around you. You don't know what's going on with politics. You don't know what's going on in our financial system. You don't know what's going on with our education system. You don't know what's going on with our consumer system, how goods are imported or exported. If you're not aware of any of that, if you just choose to live in your bubble, you are becoming a victim of whatever it is that happens. You are now a bystander. You are not co-creating, okay? So when you stay alert and you stay aware, you are now training yourself to always be, I don't want to keep using the same words. You're training yourself to always be cognizant, to always be in the now of what is happening around you, okay? So that you can change, you can pivot, you can adapt, you can move on a dime, okay? You have to be aware of what is happening. I'm not saying be consumed by it. I'm not saying 24/7 be plugged in to CNBC and to MSNBC and Fox News and OAN, whatever. I'm not saying to do that. But be aware of all sides of what the mass story is. Because when you co-create your reality, what you should do first is know clear and concisely what you want personally, okay? When you live in love out of things that's going to benefit you first and foremost, okay? And then you want to expound that to living in love for your community. How can you help those directly tied to you in your community? And then thirdly, how is living in love going to directly expand and help humanity, the whole human being? How are you going to help and raise and vibrate on a higher frequency? That's what living in love is, without fear, okay? So when you are aware that, hey, the stock market is doing this, maybe I should start to diversify because our dollar is not performing this way. Hey, this other country is starting to ramp up their arms. Maybe I should be making sure that my family's okay in the event of a war, right? Now, I'm not saying doom and gloom. Don't be afraid, because again, we're living in love. Because we know that everything that happens for us. It's not to us. It's happening for us. And when you have a clear and concise vision of the way you want your life to be lived, you know that everything that the universe puts around you and to you is to help you get to that life, no matter if you see it as a win or a lesson, okay? But you have to stay alert, because the universe is collectively telling you something. There's a message in everything. There's a message in everything. So when you are alert and you say, these people who have taken over power, who have decided that they are going to be in control are trying to now move opposite of the way that they've been moving in the past, or they're moving in the same way that they've been moving in the past. And their past actions has told me that their movements do not benefit me. Because you are alert to what they're doing, and because you are aware of what they have done, you can now move in ways that's going to benefit you. That's living in love. When you are alert and aware and you're in the grocery store, you can see an old lady struggling to reach something on the shelf instead of you being so consumed with what's going on directly in front of you. Or you can overhear the single mom who's short $5 on her bill, and you just happen to say, you know what, I have it today, let me help you. The universe has put that scenario in your vortex so you can take advantage of it. So you can allow yourself to live from a righteous perspective, from a righteous energy point. The universe will allow you to overhear conversations about, hey, this is what's going to happen. We should start being prepared. Oh, there's been a lot more crime recently. This is how we should prepare. Whatever the scenario is. When you are alert and aware and in tune, you start to pick up on different things so you can live in balance. So your love frequency can dominate the fear frequency. So you can nourish those who are still fearful. All of us have an obligation to do that for each other. Do not lose sight of who we are as human beings, as one collective race. Do not lose sight of that. But many people's mentality is a right now in front of me short-term thinking. They're not thinking long-term. And that's why we keep losing. Well, I don't want to say losing. That's why we keep being left behind. We keep getting left on the wayside. We're becoming a byproduct of what it is that's happening around us. That's why it's taking a lot of people to catch up. That's why we're playing catch up, because we're not thinking for the long term. So when you are alert and aware, you can allow yourself to analyze what is going on around you. And when you start analyzing what is going on around you, you now can start to move in ways that's going to benefit you, that's going to set you and your family and your loved ones and your community and collectively the entire human race on a more ahead pace. It'll put you ahead of the game. I'm trying to condense it so it could be understood by us all. We have to have a balance. We cannot be people with our head in the sand. We have to have a balance. Sometimes you have to look at the scary things. You have to accept the scary things as it's out there. Because it's out there because we allowed it for so long. It's a part of you. Everything that happens around us is a direct reflection of what we are experiencing individually and as a collective. So we must be alert and aware so that we can move in a way that will set us up for the long haul win. So we can be the greater versions of ourselves. You cannot be a greater version of yourself and dismiss all the things that you don't like. You have to be aware of those things so that you can take note of those things, so you can correct it, so you can wrap it up and nourish it in love. Living in love doesn't mean that everything is cake and lollipops. Living in love is just saying, you know what? I see you. I acknowledge you. I see why it is you do the things you do, and I'm not going to do that because that's not going to benefit me. But I see it. And maybe now, because I see it and I have an understanding of what it is, on how you move and operate, I can now show you a different perspective that maybe can help you not do that wicked thing that you were doing. Living in love means loving everything. Loving your faults, Loving your sad times, loving your good times, loving your wins, and loving your lessons. That's what living in love means. So that you now can move from a deeper place of understanding to help yourself, your community, and the entire collective. If you think that the one thing that you do cannot change everything around you, I have a whole lot to tell you. One person can change the world. One person can change the world. But you have to be aware that it needs changing. And you have to be alert so you can catch the opportunities to change it. So that's all that I have for you today, wealthy family. I'm fired up now. Now I'm not cold. But I love you all, and I'm going to leave you with that. And until we connect again, stay alert, stay aware, and live in love. Oh, wait. Hold on. I forgot. It's February the 1st. It's the first day of my birth month. I almost forgot. And I am pushing to hit the angel number 222. So y'all help me, okay? Share my video, subscribe if you're not already. But we're going to push to 222 for month 2, okay? All right. I love you all. Until we connect again. Peace.